Now we're going to talk about some boundaries. Now look behind me right there. You see that? That's the kind of boundaries I like, right? There's some beach, there's some sand, there's some fun, there's all kinds of things to do, right? Yeah, you bet. Well, that's one of the things I want to talk about is some boundaries. And the way we teach those boundaries, go back to some other videos that we've done, is visual, right? You look at that back there and you know, hey, I can only go out so far, or hey, why? Because we have those skills. But here's one of the most important things we can teach children is we can teach them boundaries, and we can do it in a safe and effective and smart way to teach them those things. One of the big things that we use a lot of times in schools is a double yellow line. Now, how many times in your life are you supposed to cross a double yellow line? Well, if we have any officers in the group today, they will tell you 0, unless somebody invites you over to do it or signals you to do it that way. So a lot of times in classrooms, what we'll do is we'll take double yellow lines and we'll put them down on the floor on places that we don't want students to cross. You see, what that is that's a functional life skill that's being taught in a classroom to teach them boundaries in a room, teaches them boundaries when they're out driving or doing different things, like, because we don't know who's going to drive. We don't know what they're going to do, but what we're trying to do is teach them boundaries. Another thing that we do a lot of times is we'll put boxes on the floor. We'll put tape. We'll put tape on the floor and make boxes. Why? Well, a lot of times we got kids a lot that want to move. Anybody want to move? Y'all see me staying still? That's kind of the point, right? Exactly. We want kids to be able to move, and we want to provide those needs for them in a world that's just not really interested in that. Sometimes it's a want, sometimes it's a need. We'll talk about that too at some point. The point is we put a box on the floor, okay? A box, and usually it's a colored box. Why? I want them to stay inside those boundaries. I want them to be able to see it, touch it, feel it, and know it's there. I don't care sometimes if they stand on their head. I don't care sometimes if they're standing up, sitting down, laying down, whatever they may be doing. I want them to stay in that box because it teaches them to respect authority, boundaries, all kinds of things. And those are functional life skills. You've got to learn personal space and how you want to do that, how you want to present that. We can do these things at the same time that I'm teaching them how to listen and follow directions, that I'm teaching them how to learn to add and subtract, or sentence structure, or about a science experiment, or I'm teaching them how to fix a carburetor on the truck, or I'm out at Walmart or the local store trying to teach them to stay in line. All these things teach them boundaries. Boundaries are healthy. Boundaries are good when they're processed right for children by adults. But guess who's got to do them right? We do. I got faith in you, because this week we're going to work on these boundaries, and I'm going to promise you it's going to be good for you. You'll learn some stuff. You'll figure out what we need to teach. You'll figure out how we need to do it, because as I always say, we win. Where there's a will, there is a way.